What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Sativ here. Today you're going to be watching some Rogue Mage Druid versus various comps. I'm going to be doing some live commentary over the clips for you guys to keep you informed with what's happening throughout the match. Our first matchup is Shadow Priest Hunter Resto Druid. They're in a pretty good position and makes it almost impossible for me to get a sap, so I say fuck it, let's open boys. I blind the Druid, and he trinkets my blind. Bad decision, he gets deep frozen into a full polymorph. This priest is getting pretty cocky and casting Vampiric Touch right in my face. I hit him with a kick, and we absolutely destroy him before he can disperse. This team could have very easily avoided being pushed over so easily if the priest would have silenced my mage on his polymorph, or the hunter countershot. There were two ways to stop our setup, and they just simply didn't do it. Our next matchup is God Comp. God Comp is extremely CC intensive. They can lock me down for the majority of the game. My goal here is to just train the priest. He's the easiest target for me to have high uptime on, and eventually, the priest will be put in a situation where he has no defensives. All we have to do really is get CC on the Druid. This match is kind of slow going, and I've actually sped up the entire thing. As you guys seen there, I blinded the mage to try and stop some of the CC from going out, but Coolio had to block anyway, since God Comp can deal some pretty serious burst. A 3 DP and 2 Ice Novas can blast something down. I'm getting my red buff here, and I asked my mage, do you have any CC? He said that he does, so I just went ahead and spreed. Kidneyed after that, and we pump the Ice Novas into him and get Dispersion. But on the same page, the Druid NS healed, so that Disperse was kind of a waste. I sap out of the full polymorph, and continue to go on the priest. This point of the match gets even more boring, since all we're trying to do at this point is rotate crowd control on their Druid, and put their priest in a situation where he's in a full kidney, and my killing spree comes back up. It's as simple as that. When I'm playing RMD, it's all about training that one target and getting his defensives and overwhelming the enemy team with crowd control. The Druid sat a full Cyclone into a full poly, but Zira is sitting some crowd control as well, and Coolio is forced to use his second block. I actually end up getting frozen, and the priest mass dispels the ice block. But we're not too scary, guys. There's only 20 seconds left on our killing spree CD. We're in yellow buff. I've got all the damage in the world for this priest. It's just a matter of setting up on him. So my killing spree is off CD now, and I'm about to reach red buff. Hit him with a kidney, and spree. The Druid got counterspelled by our mage, and we just put this guy down. Next up is Survival Hunter, Feral Druid, Mistweaver Monk. I go ahead and cheap shot the Monk, and our mage gets a polymorph out of that, and I land a full kidney on the Feral. The Feral instantly trinkets my kidney, which is probably a bad idea, because our plan is to set up on this Feral, and get him in a bomb and basically kill him, so he primed us for that already. So out of the polymorph, we get a short deep freeze on the Monk's Aura Mastery, he nimbles it, and I hit him with a blind, which he trinkets. Basically, we've gotten everything we need to set up a good kill on this Feral Druid. It's only a matter of time before we land a full kidney shot with red buff killing spree, then smoke bomb, leaving this Druid completely helpless. Speaking of which, right on cue, we hit red buff, land a killing spree kidney, and go ham on the Druid, but the Monk rolls in, gets him with a deep freeze on his way in into a polymorph, but it's too late. The bubble is already on the Feral, and he's totally okay on our swap. This is the part where the match starts to drag out. The enemy team starts to get their little advantages, put us in situations where we have to use defensive CDs, but as always, eventually we overwhelm our enemies with crowd control, and put our kill target into a situation where he's screwed. I reach red buff killing spree, and we get a full polymorph on the Monk. We start dealing some pretty intense damage to this Feral Druid, and he gets super low. We're about to score a kill, but again comes the Monk's bubble. That goddamn 55-second cooldown is too much for us to handle. Lucky for us, we also got the Druid's second survival instinct. Now he has nothing. No defensives at all. As soon as the Monk got his bubble off, we cycloned the Monk, and after the cyclone faded on the Monk, we cycloned the Druid, making it hard for the Monk to pick the Druid back up in health. The Monk rolls off the edge as I kidney shot the Druid, forcing the Druid to trinket and jump down, chasing his healer. The team seems like they're kind of panicking at this point. They don't really have a whole lot of, options to fall back on. I get a half blind on the Monk, which he trinkets, and we're just pushing damage into this Feral, hoping that he falls. We layer up our last little bits of CC, we get a 1/4 polymorph into a 1/4 cyclone, and the Feral Druid dies. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope you checked out the last video. I'm doing a giveaway for some Fey Dragons. If you guys are interested in those mounts, be sure to check out the last video. which should be showing up on the screen right now while I'm talking to you guys. So, yeah, again, thanks for watching. Stay sneaky, my friends, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I've noticed if I simply just ask you guys to like the video, I get ridiculously more likes. Liking a video helps my videos be rated higher in searches, which is pretty important for me, so I'd appreciate it if you guys would just click that little thumbs up button. Take care, guys.